How do got another bag of shite for you. So in today's bag of shite, what we got? There we go. That's what we got. Not a lot in the bag of shite. Only a couple of turds in the bag of shite. So let's get on and have a look at what I got. First one, I have to thank Matthew Binney for, because didn't have a clue about this film. The title rang a bell, but as you can see, this is a bloody remake. Bloody remake, featuring bloody students, more than likely. Look at those bloody students right there. Bloody schoolgirls. Who we got here? Oh God, she looks a right one, doesn't she, with her centre part in. Bloody hell. Who does she think she is? John Bleeding Lennon? Oh God. So yeah, gonna give it a watch. Got these from Scope, I think it was, or one of those charity shops. It was open on Sunday, so I got this one. And I was thinking, oh, it's a 2-disc set. Look at that. 2 discs for £1. Can't be bad, can it? And this is even better deal. Look at this. £2, right? And it's got 2 bleeding seasons. 2 seasons for £2. I mean, you know, let's have a look. I mean, how many discs are in here? And it's got special features and unaired scenes for every episode. Deleted scenes, all of that, breaking story. Look, we got the complete first season there. 1, 2, 3 discs. I'll tell you what, I've watched all 3 of them discs. And I'll tell you my opinion in a minute. But look, 3 discs there. And 1 disc's in the player upstairs. And there's 2 discs there, you see. I say one's upstairs, I've been watching it. Just started 2nd season. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. So yeah, that's some other stuff I've got to watch. Still ain't got round to me Ken beat Takeshi. I was going to say Ken Takeshi for some reason. There you go, I've got them 2. And then got 2-disc special edition of True Romance director's cut from Tony Scott, written by Quentin Tarantino. Tarantini. So yeah, I'll stop doing the podcast because it ain't very good, is it? Ain't very good, bloody students. It's a bit rough on my throat, you know. But anyway, yeah, the 2-disc special edition of True Romance. I have got the single disc, I think, upstairs. I saw that and I thought, well, that's nice, isn't it? Clarence and Alabama. Never seen the film, even though I've had the DVD for many, many years. But I thought, oh, for £1, can't go wrong with a special edition like that. People have asked me, so would you ever do a romance movie? Like, that's not what I would do. Well, I did a romantic movie. True romance. No, I mean like real romantic movie. Well, this is a real romantic movie. No, like without violence. Well, there will be a lot of things in any movie I do that will be contradictory, but anybody who's a fan of the movie can tell you the title, True Romance, is not ironic. This is True Romance from Quentin Tarantino. Jumped up little prick. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've seen clips with, you know, obviously Gary Oldman there. With the old, don't know, cultural appropriation. I don't know if that's allowed anymore, doing things like that. But then again, bloody students, always got bloody dreadlocks, never washed their hair. I had a friend who had bloody dreadlocks, now he's a copper. Not a friend of him anymore, bloody prick. That's another story. But yeah, he used to rock the bloody dreads. Now he's a bloody bully boy. True Romance. There you go. Bit of politics. Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. So yeah, picked that up for £1. You know, a bit more than what I like to spend on a DVD, but £1's not bad, is it, for 2 discs? And for how many discs was there? What, 5 discs for £2 there? That's not bad. And yeah, it's pretty easy to watch. I wouldn't say it's as good as the original series and the original mini film and all that mini series. Obviously, it's from the creator Kenneth Johnson. He created the original series. I don't know how much involvement he had with this one, if any. Just, you know, has a credit in the credits as the creator of the franchise. But no, it's not a patch on the original. Really isn't. It's okay though. I've been watching it. Kind of bugs me a little bit. You know, they haven't really. I mean, it's just pushing agendas again. You've got a strong female role, their lead, and obviously in the original, Diana, who they've renamed, is it Anna or yeah, just Anna now, and she's Queen in this, whereas she was, I think she was chief medical scientist or something. Now they've made her a Queen, and it's a little bit weird with the eggs and oh no, it's a bit weird. But you know, I like some elements to this where they don't really have human emotions, but they can develop them and have relationships with humans, which, you know, was in the original. But they take it a little bit further in this. And again, I say, you know, you got the female lead, whereas in the original you had Faye Grant. She was kind of leader of the resistance, but you had a balance. You had like Mark Singer as the reporter, whereas the reporter in this is a real what's the word? He's more of a sissy, you know. He's more of a cuck, or more of a what's the word I'm trying to look for? He's more submissive. He's quite aggressive in what he wants and the way he goes about it. But he is kind of like Anna's little puppet. They did have that Christine Walsh in the original series, which was kind of that role. So I kind of see what they're doing, and they have got some I'm going to say strong male types. They've got a few. They've got one looks a bit like Wolverine, and he's Australian as well. You've got a black fella who is part of the alien race, and then you've got a priest. So I guess it is kind of mirroring the original series, but it's, say, you can see it's got the 2 women on the front, whereas Mark Singer was the main male archetype, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know. So it is kind of saying, no, women, girl power and all that shit. So that I'm not too keen on. And the CGI is a bit ropey. I mean, whereas back in the day the CGI was very ropey, but they relied more on the practical effects, and the CGI scenes were very comical even back then. I think they were quite shocking for me as a kid back then, quite believable, but looking back at them now, they're pretty bad. Whereas these ones are just really bad. Really bad. But yeah, it has got some good points. It's enjoyable, it's watchable. A lot of the things I don't like with these kind of things is they recap at the start of every episode. So like, if you're watching one after the other, you're getting recaps all the time. I mean, if it's a weekly aired thing, then obviously your memory might be a bit slow and you might need a little bit of a recap. But that I could do without, especially on DVD. I think they could cut those little recaps out. And other negative things about it, I say again with the pushing of the female, I think that is kind of a little bit old hat now. I think we're past it. I think back in the day we had things like the original series, you had Faye Grant. She was a really strong character. She was Donovan's equal. She was the leader of resistance. You didn't need to force gender into it. The acting in this is not as good, I don't believe, as the original series. And yeah, it is a little bit kind of soap opera-ish, if that's an expression. It just feels like there's too much soap opera going on. There's not enough action. There's not enough of the original series had obviously the style factor of the 80s and the spaceships and stuff. I think what they've done with the original series far surpasses what they've done with this. I mean, and it's a very short thing. You've got 2 seasons, and it's I don't even know how many episodes are in the first season. Let's have a quick look. But I mean, I've been binge watching it, and it's how many hours are on this? It says runtime 408 minutes for the first season, so that's not very long at all. And say you got the haircut there, the Halle Berry type haircut, an old blondie there. Yeah, she's all right. She's an FBI agent. That's the reporter. That's the son who's in love with the alien girl. That's the leader, Anna. That's the Hugh Jackman type fella. And you got the priest, feckin' priest. And you got the black fella who is one of the visitors who's gone on to the resistance side now. It's okay. It's definitely enjoyable. It's definitely watchable. I say it isn't as good as the original series, but that is very hard to live up to. So there's a little review of that. And yeah, very happy to have that. And this one, I think, is going to be a literal bag of shite, but because it's got that title, Picnic at Hanging Rock, I was intrigued. I was like, oh, brilliant, it's original. Because I think the original is hard to get off of, hard to get hold of, I should say, not off of. I don't want to get off on it. Schoolgirls don't really do it for me. But what was I saying? Yeah, the original is hard to get hold of, but this is not obviously the original. It's a remake, and it's probably the original is probably better. So I don't know. For £1, I picked it up anyway. So there's 3 little nuggets, turds, if you like, in the bags in the bag of shite. And I thought a short little review on V. I'm only halfway through it. Just got through to the start of the 2nd season, and I will let you know if you're interested what the outcome of it was and if I enjoyed it. I say it's enjoyable. Pick it up if you can. You can get it cheap, and I think they only done the 2 seasons. Looking on IMDb and stuff, and I don't know if there's any plans to do any more. But yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen the original V series from the 80s, pick that up, because that is really good viewing, whatever. V is for victory. Take it easy.